Okay, welcome back to another episode of What's It Up To. Today we're going to talk about finance YouTuber thumbnails. That's right, we're going to take a break from talking about companies and stocks and the like, and just take a second to talk about something that's really been bothering me lately, and that is seeing a lot of these finance YouTuber thumbnails that are just atrocious, and let's talk about it. So if you notice with mine, what I try to do is I try to give you an understanding of what this video is going to be about and kind of some imagery clues thrown in the mix. For instance, we talked about SoFi's earnings coming up, so I put a picture of SoFi, SoFi's app, and then also in text I put SoFi's earnings tomorrow and the series What's It Up To. Makes sense, right? Well, it seems like the exact opposite is happening with the rest of the YouTube finance community, at least the big guys at the top, because both their thumbnails and their titles seem to be as hyperbolic as humanly possible. For instance, let's look at some of Meet Kevin's. I think he's got some real bangers here. Third video in the recent uploads, we have nuke subs and jets, Ukraine, and crisis, interesting, coming World War III. And then we have a picture of a submarine shooting like a nuclear warhead from it or something. But my favorite is when these YouTubers put photoshopped croppings of them onto some kind of background and they reuse the same one over and over. For instance, this one of Kevin holding his head, we see it inverted here. We see the same one here. We see it inverted again, inverted, inverted. I think that's the same one, it's just a different zoom. This one's a little bit different, but he's using the same style, except I think he's using the left arm instead of the right. So we do have a little variety. We're seeing it again here. This one's eerily similar to this one. I think it's just at a bit of an angle. Here's that same one again, and we're back to the original. And it's just on, and it's pretty funny. And I get it. How many poses can you possibly do for every one of your videos, especially when you're pumping them out like he does? However, he doesn't seem to smile in one single thumbnail, and that's because, like I said, they try to make these as hyperbolic as possible, like the world is ending. And also, I know Meet Kevin has like paid people to probably make these thumbnails for him, or at least I hope so, as much money as he makes. How come this is so poorly photoshopped right here? How I zoomed in too far. Why is this particular one, and we're going to talk about why this specific one's important, why is this particular one here in the middle so poorly photoshopped of Jerome Powell? I mean, even part of his ear is being seen through now with the background. It's transparent. But there's a segue from this particular thumbnail that I'm mocking to another YouTuber, and I thought this was pretty funny, and we're going to compare this, and I'm going to let you tell me if you see any similarities. So once again, take a good look at this one. We're going to check out another finance YouTuber named Richard Fain. Does this one here in the middle look any similar to you? Does it look a little bit too similar? Really, all he did was add himself to it there on the right, and then he also put in red font, "To the moon." Except I like Richard Fain because at least he smiles a little bit in his thumbnails. And really, that's the only thing I care about. But I think the funniest thumbnails so far that I've seen come from financial education, because every single one looks like he just walked in on seeing his wife cheating on him. And like I said, what I like to do with my thumbnails is I like to give you a little bit of context as to what the video is going to be about. And when you see thumbnails like this, would you have guessed that this was about a $172,000 dividend stock portfolio? Probably not. And lastly, I want to take a look at Graham Stephan's because his are also very dire, it seems. And he uses similar poses like this one, which I think I've seen on a lot of his videos. But anyway, no hate to any of these guys. I just wanted to get something off my chest and share this. And maybe you guys feel the same and you're kind of tired of it. If you like this kind of content, let me know down below, either like or leave a comment. And I'm sure we can make this a continuing series just looking at funny thumbnails because I don't see them changing anytime soon. Thanks so much for watching, guys. If you like this, please consider subscribing. That way you don't miss any future content. We don't just talk about thumbnails, by the way. So check out some of my other stuff while you're here. And I hope to see you in a future video.